And I do remember in the court documents that Diddy was having people get IVs like after the crazy like freak parties that they were getting down on.
They were probably like doing coke and boozed up and hung over his shit.
Man, Diddy really threw a fucking party. Can you imagine that there's a guy there to give you an IV after if you party too hard at Diddy's place?
Yeah, or if you get, you have all your fluids depleted the night before doing some not so legal acts. That's what seems to be going on there. Poor Justin Bieber.
We don't know if Justin Bieber was a participant in those activities yet.
No, I mean I think it seems like he would have been a victim.
No, Diddy wouldn't do that.
Diddy found him when he was like 12, right? He's perfect.
Yeah, and he was
hooked
cute. Him up with
baby.
Yeah, and he was doing horrible things allegedly.
How's it go, Woody?
If I keep doing these accurate song impressions, we'll get caught.
I hope Diddy didn't do anything to Justin Bieber. Wouldn't you feel bad?
Have you seen some of the videos how he's like acting around? They're like, this was like 3 weeks before all the shit came out where they're like, yeah, Diddy was having like fucking pedo parties with Hollywood. Like there was a video that came out of like recently of Diddy talking to Justin Bieber and like doing this like wire feeling thing, like a way that nobody ever has greeted anyone ever. He's like, how you doing, Justin? Like
I thought it was
slapping and feeling around. It's like, it seemed like maybe a little more lighthearted, and then 3 weeks later,
feds now where you been? Kind of like feel him up. I kind of liked it, like a little Sopranos bit. They probably watched the Sopranos was on during this time. They were probably watching it together. It was during that episode where Vito got it. And
are we sane washing P Diddy at this point?
look, those ladies of the night who claimed that Mr.
You
Diddy,
think Tony would approve of that?
I think
approve of what they're doing.
The girls.
You don't know what the fuck they're doing in Diddy's
African
mansion.
warlord Coney. Oh, Tony. You're
Tony.
I was like, what? No, Coney wouldn't have a problem at all.
Oh no!
I'm like, what are we talking about?
Why are you molesting the kids when you could simply give them an AK-47 and send them to fight?
Yes,
that's what his
Coney.
take would be.
Was it Coney 2012? I thought that guy was on the up and up. That was an idiot.
That was a bizarre little period in time.
Don't believe that nonsense. In this house, Diddy is a hero.
He made a video defending that guy who was against Coney, and then he started masturbating on the street the next day. I'm like, you're making me look a fool.
Should have waited another day or two, see how things were gonna even out.
Yeah. I'm not always right.
No, Diddy seems to legitimately be like a huge monster, and all of those celebrities had to have known. And I really hope that we find out that like Jennifer Lopez is implicated and goes to real deal prison. That would be great. If there was like video of Jennifer Lopez molesting underage people, that would be the tops. Beyonce too. Like that would be great.
Like you're hating Jenny for the rocks that she's got.
Yeah, those are the lyrics of that song.
I tried so hard to remember the next line, and I was like, "Fuck." That would have been fun.
He says, "Don't."
I'm still Jenny from the block. Yeah. Used to have a little, now got a lot, but I still know where I came from.
Yeah. Jenny, we all love her.
Still Jenny from the block.
Yeah, passing guns to P Diddy in a club on a night where he allegedly shot someone.
That was
wild. That's true.
There's a lot I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it seems like they got him. I'd like almost like an Odd Couple situation. I really want video of what Diddy and Sam Bankman-Fried are like doing to pass the time.
Probably sitting in their roach-infested lockup cells 23 hours a day.
It's not fun, but I would like to imagine that like Diddy's pissed that he's in there with this fucking nerd, and the nerd is like, I didn't even do anything half as bad as this guy. I guess I robbed many, many people fraudulently, but no molestation.
Yeah, I like a good. This thing keeps having more and more victims. It's pretty crazy. I look forward to. I hope we get some dirt. I honestly want some dirt.
Why did he turn himself in? Right.
They're a little foggy on that. I think that they had made a deal. Here's my take. I think I read something to this effect, but I don't have any proof or anything. But I think what happened was there was a deal where he was going to turn himself in and they were going to give him bond. And he agreed to like a really high bond, maybe behind the scenes. And then they just said, fuck you, we know where you are. And they snatched him up so he couldn't turn himself in and gave him no bond. I think something like that or approaching that happened. because he's got so much money. I think he's a real billionaire, and he's got a lot of property, and he's got multiple airplanes. You know, I don't think he's got. I don't think they're prop planes or anything. I think he's got like.
Let's have a little mini death pool, but it's for getting caught for molesting people with Diddy.
Oh, who do we think is going to be implicated along with Diddy?
It doesn't have to be a giant list, but you have to come up with like, let's say 2. So Derek, what we're doing is, you know how death pools work. We're doing a who's going to get caught having molested someone at Diddy's party pool. And so
I claim
celebrities that you think. I guess Kyle, you can go first.
Meek Mill. Meek Mill seems to be always implicated in there. It sounded like maybe he was the victim. Like maybe they always 50 Cent always says that Meek Mill is getting abused by Diddy. He's been saying that.
No, it's got to be a perpetrator of it, not a.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I think he perpetrated a little. Like, there's no way you're just on the receiving end all the time. Like, what Diddy's done with you, maybe you get the scraps. You know what I mean? That's how I see it playing out for Meek Mill. What a terrible name it would to turn out to be the rapper who got maped and all.
Yeah, Meek Mill, more like cheeks filled.
Oh, that's not gonna that rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I hope. So that would be mine, Meek Mill. And I know one of y'all is gonna say it, but like J-Lo's the most juicy one to nail to the wall.
I was gonna say Jay-Z is my top one. I feel like he and Diddy are good buddies. They both roll in the same crew. They're about the same age.
Derek Jeter.
They would be at those
Derek
parties.
Jeter?
Was
he at the party?
He's been. The videos have come out saying that he raved about how awesome Diddy parties are.
I mean, a lot of people said that. You know, they said he had good parties, but they were just going to the karaoke and having Jello shots, and they got to meet Robin Williams. And then there's those other people who are like, Diddy parties are great. There's rape.
I have my 2, Russell Brand and Derek Jeter. Those are mine.
Oh.
Ooh, sometimes someone gets a really good pull that you didn't think of. Russell Brand is a solid one because he's done this ridiculous conversion to Christianity arc that seems totally insincere, like a panic thing. Yeah, he's like, that I don't trust that dude as far as I can throw him.
I would guess Usher.
That's the one.
That's another excellent one.
Wait, is he a kicker or a receiver?
No, he would be a perpetrator because the claim is that, allegedly Usher helped facilitate getting Bieber into Diddy's circle initially.
A procurer.
He also deleted
That's a cool title, by the way. That's my end of
Usher deleted a bunch of tweets?
Supposedly.
Taylor and I are going to play Skyrim together and do a little role playing. I'm going to be Olaf, the child procurer.
I'll be Lester, the
I work for Lester. I procure his children.
Yeah. Just make something that rhymes with rapist.
My character's
reprehensible
name, WoodysGamertag.
No.
Yeah. I don't think you were there. So
I think
Usher says his account got hacked and every post was deleted.
That's what hackers often do. Is
that sounds super likely.
Evidence.
I don't believe that. I think Usher is definitely going to be implicated. Usher, I don't know if I've only been to one concert in my life. I was drugged to an Usher concert, and I just remember he drags a random hot chick out of the audience and basically sexually molests her on stage in front of everybody at one point in every show. I'm told it definitely happened that night. And I was like, I don't think they're carding these girls.
I've always thought Usher was gay.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't followed his career, but just his aura he gives off. I always thought this is kind of a guy who's gay, but doesn't want to make that his whole brand. I don't think of Usher as gay, but maybe, it seems like Diddy's inner circle is sort of bisexual, at least, doing a lot of cheek clapping themselves. Yeah. Wild times over at the Diddy mansion. So far, I like Derek's pick the most. I think Usher seems like it could be him. It could be him. I don't dislike my pick. I think Jay-Z, same tier.
Yeah, that's a bad pick. I'm gonna be honest. It's a shit pick.
Why?
It just. I feel like Jay-Z would have his own party. He's at least as big, if not bigger. He wouldn't be enticed by a Diddy party. He'd be challenged by it. Be like, oh, really? Oh, they did that in a house, though. You mean on land? Yeah, my parties are in the sky. I hollowed out an A380 and I made a triple level party plane.
I could take like a
We're
freebie.
40,000 feet up. There's no law.
You get 2
up there.
picks.
Two picks.
You know what? I saw some other names I was researching, and I was like, these guys are too big to get caught. Like A-Rod. I don't know. Some of the people at Diddy's parties, I feel like they're above the law. But Russell Brand is not. He's my ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd happily throw him.
If he's not covering up for like Diddy related stuff, there's got to be something else that he's trying to like.
Oh, he's
get
covering
away
up his
from.
own stuff. Like it's not a secret that he was boning a 16-year-old, Russell Brand. Like that is, he's admitted it.
Jesus.
Wasn't that the thing where he's like, it was in the UK, love. It's fine. It's
Something like
legal.
that.
Well, was that true though?
Yeah.
I think it was, but like,
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know,
well, it's in the UK, but you know, he's doing that kind of stuff.
Wait, I'm not sure it was in the UK.
well,
I thought that was like the catch-22 of like him getting away with it.
I thought it was like legal. That's the age at which you can consent in some states.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, what are you going to say? It's legal.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
still
guess.
immoral. He was in his 30s.
I don't know
But if we're talking about people getting nabbed up, actually, no, he was probably maybe he got invited. He was probably doing fucked up shit.
Yeah,
someone I wouldn't think of who's famous was like Jonah Hill because he's
he's in the movie too. Jonah Hill
he's in Get Him to the
Russell
Greek.
Brand or Get Him to the Greek. All three of them did the movie.
I don't think
together.
Jonah Hill's molesting.
No, I don't think Jonah Hill molested.
No, he's too good of an actor. I like him.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
No, he wouldn't be on this. He's like a full gay creeper. He's not part of this. Like
Kevin
this cruise.
Spacey
This
gets
cruise
around.
No, not with the Diddy crew. He's
Dude,
old
you
and
think
black,
no,
not
dude,
young and black.
fucking
I like
Kevin
that Taylor
Spacey
can't say anything right. Jay-Z, Kevin Spacey, whatever he says, dumbest idea ever.
No, it's fun. I like
Terrible.
it. No, what Kevin Spacey did
With all your might.
Kevin Spacey went into Diddy's mansion and then molested a kid with his like gimp leg, his Kaiser Soze leg, and then he's walking away having gotten away with it. Changes back to the full stride.
I've got a good one. Howard Stern.
What?
Oh, that's a good. You're good at this. Yeah,
He's definitely Stern was a Diddy party,
dude. That guy's a fucking creep.
No, I couldn't think that about Stern. Here's why I say Stern is too much of it. So he's a germaphobe.
Howard Stern.
Dude, the guy
Howard
would
Stern
drop chicks on Sybians on his radio show and make them up.
Yeah, but
his position of
definitely
trying to pretend he was never that guy for 40 years is so funny.
I know Kyle's trying to talk about. He had girls squat over their subwoofer, and then he did this into the mic. Trying to get them off.
Now, see, that's just good-hearted fun.
He let callers call in and mock a guest, and she killed herself the next day. He's done lots of horrific things, really terrible things. But you know, it was a morning show, and he had to make new content every day. So what are you going to do? I don't think I thought he was like
certainly not be independently funny. He's not good at that.
No, he always had a joke man next to him to like literally text him jokes, which God, wouldn't you love that? Wouldn't you like a funny guy over there?
Dude, that's what Artie Lang's job was.
Yeah. $1 million a year he got paid.
Artie is hilarious.
Yeah. And he was good at coming up with stuff on the fly to like text Howard, say this.
How did he get it to him quick enough?
They have a whole panel system like that.
I swear, if that guy was giving me jokes, the on this show, it seems like the moment passes in 5 seconds.
I mean, Howard's got his monitor right there, and the joke's going to pop right there. And they keep the Stern Show was about extending a moment for 4 fucking hours, right?
Yeah.
Like you would tune in, and the first 2 hours would be about how Gary like embarrassed himself in front of some people, and then he's like, "How can you do that, Gary? God, you're just subhuman, you piece of shit." And then everybody, Gary is a piece of shit, right? And they just shit on Gary for 2 hours. It's a mean ass show. I've listened to more of the Howard Stern Show than I can even remember.
I've listened. I don't know if I match you, but I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of Howard Stern, especially the old stuff. And yeah,
remember when the serial killer called in?
No, but I always wondered how much of it was real and how much of it was an act, especially when they screamed at each other. Like they'd scream at each other, then go to commercial when things got too hot. And I'm like, I want to hear now. I want to hear if they're working it out or if they're like, all right, boys, that's content. You know, let's come back in 2 minutes.
I think it's a little bit of both, but they had a serial killer call in one time and talk to Howard. That was interesting. And then what was the other thing they did? I was just going to
or
what?
no, he was like, I'm out here killing people now. He's like, I do it because
bullshit.
It seemed real to me. Everybody always thinks it's real. It was very convincing. This guy that called in that was, I think he was killing hookers or something like that. There's been I liked the old Howard stuff when they would do just raunchy stuff, but he's such a germaphobe. I just can't imagine him at a Diddy party all lubed up. You know what I mean?
That's like a good point. He was probably doing his creeping in the comfort of his own penthouse with a lot of.
I mean, he's been married for decades to like a blonde supermodel lady.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him at all.
Was his first wife hot?
I don't remember what she looked like, other than the actress who played her in his movie. That person was a pretty girl, but it's a movie. But Beth is his current wife's name. For the last like 10 or 15 years, his main thing has been cat charities that he does for his wife. They've got the North Shore Animal League. God, I know this off the top of my head because I've listened to so much of them pimp it. He's constantly doing. Howard will leverage his celebrity and get all of his celebrity friends to come to the North Shore Animal League charity like fundraiser stuff, and they raise a bunch of money for animals. And he's got like lot of sick cats.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's a cat guy.
Wrong animal.
Yeah, should be
Derek,
dogs.
do you have any pets?
What?
Do you have any pets?
No. I don't really want to take care of one, to be honest.
You have a clean house instead. It's a viable choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who would you guys be devastated to learn was implicated in the Diddy stuff? Like someone that would take you so off guard that you would be upset by it.
Chris Pratt comes to mind.
Oh,
yeah,
Chris.
Yeah, that would be sad. I guarantee that dude wasn't doing it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't think
he would. Now that I'm thinking, like,
Khabib.
who are the wholesome Khabib Nurmagomedov?
That's the guy. Yeah,
He wouldn't have gotten invited.
His whole thing is like, aside from fighting it, like he's this pure guy who like respects his father, respects his mother, doesn't drink, follows his Quran. If I find he was at Diddy parties, it's like, oh, that's not who you're supposed to be. That's John Jones.